How's it going, guys? Anxious Cynic back again with what is hopefully an exciting announcement. Couple of ideas I've been tossing around lately. I wanted to run it by you guys and see if you're interested. All right? So to start off with, a lot of you guys have been asking me for either shout outs for your channel, critiques on your videos, or just asking me to view your animations or give you tips or whatever and things like that. And I try to do it as much as I can, not necessarily the shout out thing because I've been trying to figure out a good way to go about that. And I think I've come up with a cool idea and I wanted to run it by you guys, see if you're interested. If you are, then it'll kind of be effective immediately, you know, sort of. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, so the idea that I had, and it kind of is, it's good for you guys, it's good for me, it's kind of a whole community thing. And that is if we'll run possibly a weekly contest. Now, I say contest with air quotes, not just to be too legitimate to quit, because it's not really a contest. It would pretty much be for everybody. There's no like winner or loser or anything like that. But what it would be, let me get to the meat of it here if I can stop rambling. Every week, as you know, I've been trying very hard to do weekly tutorials for mine-imator. So the idea would be is every week the tutorial comes out and then you guys have a week. So it starts the day the tutorial comes out and ends the day the next one comes out. And what you would do is create an animation. And I'm thinking maybe at the minimum length, it would be 10 seconds long and maximum, let's say a minute, something like that. So you go from it can't be any shorter than 10 seconds and no longer than 1 minute. Now, the minimum 10 seconds is kind of a hard rule. Like nothing any shorter than that. But if you're, just over a minute or something, it'll probably be okay. That's kind of more of a soft wall there. So you take the tips from that week's tutorial and you make a little animation using those tips. It doesn't have to necessarily be about it. Like say for this week, if you guys wanted to go ahead and start doing this, this week's, as of this recording, would be the orbiting camera tutorial. So you wouldn't necessarily have to make a video about a camera orbiting, but you would use that technique in an animation. So if you wanted to show a zombie attacking a human, then it would just have an orbiting camera shot or use some of the techniques that I talked about in the tutorial. And basically you would have 7 days to do that. And then that weekend or whatever, when I have the time, I will take your submissions and compile them all into a video and put them on the channel. So your video, your little animation for that week will get shown in a compilation video of all the submissions that we got. It may only be one, it might be 2 or 10. I don't really know how many of you guys are interested in this, if any, so let me know. So if we got enough submissions, or I don't know, even if we got one, I would still do it. We'll see how it goes. Totally experimental, have no idea what I'm doing. So they'll all be compiled into a video, and then at the end of the video, I was thinking I might give some critiques. And what I mean by critiques is not necessarily like, hey, you did a bad job on this, and hey, you did great on that. It'll just be an accumulation of advice that I derive from what I've seen out of all the submissions. So, I don't want to offend anyone or cause any hurt feelings or anything like that. Even though I believe that constructive criticism, when you can say those words and you give it, then it's really helpful to people. But it's really hard not to be offended when someone criticizes your work. I understand that. So what the idea is I would just kind of come up with critiques or whatever commentary I had on it, and I would put that perhaps at the end of the compilation video so that all you guys who are interested in getting better and submitted your animation to get critiqued or whatever, then you may get some helpful tips without feeling like there's this criticism directed at you. You can just use it as information to get better. Something like that. That's the idea I had. So let me know what you think. And by the way, if you guys want to do it and if you want to just get started now, the way you'll submit it is to comment, like you're going to upload it to YouTube, your animation, upload it to YouTube, comment on the tutorial that you're using the technique from. So once again, if it was this week, then it would be the orbiting camera tutorial. You will comment on that video, a brand new comment, not a reply to another comment or anything like that, just a straight up new comment with a link to your submission, and you can provide text with it, say like, hey, this is my submission for the orbiting camera compilation, or whatever you want to say. It doesn't matter. Anyway, you provide the link, and I will do my best to download those videos from YouTube and put them into the video-ness. All right? I think I covered it all. I may have missed some. If I did, and I remember later, I will try to include it in the description, so make sure you read the description just in case there's any information there. Or if there's not, maybe I'll think of something else to write in there. I keep bumping my headphones. All right, so for the second bit of news, now this one's not such a grand news thing, so, kind of not a really save the best for last kind of thing, but I have the opportunity at my disposal to make merchandise for the channel, and I don't think the channel's really big enough yet for merchandise to really do anything. And I know a lot of you guys are pretty young and you may not be able to afford it and stuff, but I thought it'd be fun just to play around with it and just have it there. So for now, at the time of this recording, I have 2 different t-shirt designs. One is just, my avatar image or whatever, and then the link to the channel on the back kind of a thing. Another one's this custom design that I had an idea for because I'm an anxious cynic, and I sort of loosely refer to you guys, the subscribers, as citizens, right? You get it? Anyway, so there's 2 different designs. It's one, I'll probably have them on the screen here. One is just my avatar. The other one is Citizens United, and it's 2 keyframes, because keyframes are animation, right? It's kind of an animation. It's kind of a clever animation themed t-shirt. So I got those. I'll put a link in the description, and I'll probably try to include a link in the description of all the videos from now on with that. If you guys are interested, if you can afford it or whatever, or if you just want to look at it and see what kind of designs I can come up with in the future, then feel free to head over there and check that out and whatnot. So I just want to let you guys know that exists in case you're interested, and that's about it. I hope this was well worth your time or something. Anyway, let me know what you think about the idea, especially, the compilation animation videos and stuff. If you think the t-shirt's cool too, feel free to let me know. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts on that. And that's it. So thanks for watching. I hope to hear from you guys real soon, or something. And I will see you guys in the next video.